So if you are struggling with rejection, this video is for you, right? Because there are four major reasons women reject you. And if you know why they reject you, you can begin to work on your life because that is the only area you can control, right? When you begin to upgrade your life with the steps I'm going to give you in this video, guess what? You get less rejections, you get more confidence. And even if you get rejected, because everybody gets rejected, even if you get rejected, you will not be moved by any chance, right? But if you stay to the very end of this video, so the number one reason you get rejected is your looks. The moment you approach a lady, she's judging you based on how you look. Now you may say, oh, don't you judge a book by its cover? Every single soul judges a book by its cover. It's the reason why if you go to some bookstores, some books have been there for months. Nobody has touched those books because they don't have quality covers. So what should you do? But again, when you don't improve your looks, it signals something. Looks are very important because it tells about your discipline, right? Looks are very important because it tells about how much you respect yourself. If you respect yourself, you will try your best to look good. At least you don't have to look like a supermodel. You don't have to, right? But it would help you to at least build some muscles, go to the gym, wear clothes that are fitting, smell nice. By just doing those three things, right? You're only standing up, you're standing above the average man, right? Fix any weird looking things about you. So go to the gym, wear fitting clothes, smell nice. Those three things will drastically improve your looks, and guess what? It will reduce your rejections by what? I can guarantee you by maybe 50%. Because the first step is how you look. That is how women judge you. The second way they judge you, right, is based on the environment, based on the energy you are giving as a man, right? So what does it look like? One, there are two things you can do here. Is that if you are very desperate for women, that is a big turn off, and women can sense when you are desperate. How can they sense it? Are you doing too much just to get her attention? If you're doing too much, it's a very big turn off. What does doing too much look like? You're wearing too much designers, right? Think about it. If you're not wearing a designer because you like the designer, you're doing it because of other people like it, then guess what? You are needy. And that neediness shows around you. If you're somebody who is going to the gym because of women, it shows. It shows. The guy who is going to the gym because he truly likes it works different than the dude who is at the gym to impress. You see, as a man, you have to realize that your masculine energy is very important. You should live to your fullest maximum energy. And guess what? Women are a byproduct. So on one hand, you are kind of like needy, desperate. On the other hand, you've not yet developed your masculine energy. You've not yet developed your inner confidence. You're still relying on a woman to validate you. This is why, as a man, you should learn to build your masculine energy by what? Being on your purpose. Build a life that you know is authentic to you, whether women are there or not. What that means is that you're okay with your life. You're leveling up. You have a vision you're working towards. And guess what? Women will sense that from you. There's a reason why one thing I hate about dating gurus is they give you this short-term advice like, oh, ignore her, you walk into a room, don't give her compliments. In my opinion, those are short-term behaviors. What you want is you want to be so engrossed in your goals, in your future, that you don't need to play those games. Those things that look like games, they become natural to you because your goals, your mission is your priority. That shit shows up. When you go into a bar, a restaurant alone, right? And you're doing it because you enjoy the food, you enjoy being present. Trust me, women can sense it. Women can sense it. And they'll try to get your attention. I can guarantee you that. And the third, number three reason why women reject you is because you lack awareness in terms of situation awareness. As a man, you have to understand that women too, yes, they might be in their head, but sometimes you may just approach them at the wrong time, the wrong place. To be very frank, this to me should be like common sense. I've seen a guy approach a girl while she is lifting weights. Like she was doing a dumbbell curls, and he approached her while she's lifting weights. I'm like, bro, you can't be this stupid now. I've seen a guy approach a babe while she's doing like this short-cut hyperextensions, and I'm like, bro, fucking wait for her to be done. Speaking of energy, I just remember something, right? Speaking of energy, I think I remember something that is very important. You see, a lot of guys, you're probably too obsessed about what you should say to a woman, right? That's not your problem. Your problem is having the right energy, because you can say the exact same two lines. One says it with the wrong energy. The other guy says it with the right energy. Trust me, it's the same exact same words, but your tonality, your composure, those are things that will make her reject you or not. So if you learn to be masculine, that composure, not stuttering, they become a byproduct. So your looks gives you the first few seconds, your energy gives you the next, 15, 20 minutes. Then obviously it's always good to like keep your first interaction to like a very reasonable time, because you have to respect her time. Again, give her that, create that, it gives room for that tension to build. It's like, okay, I like the way this guy spoke, right? Okay, we had a very short, small talk. I can't wait for his text. I can't wait for his text, right? Again, because you're on your purpose, you can text her at the night or text her like when you are free, right? So your idea of waiting 2 weeks, to be very frank, that's a pseudo behavior. But real behavior is you're on your purpose. You don't really need her. Genuinely, you don't need her, right? So when you're talking to her, life just happens, right? So again, back to the whole about three, which is you lack social awareness. So if you're able to like read the room, don't be blind, don't be stupid. If you can see that she's in a bad mood, approaching her may also be a bad idea, right? I'm not, yes, approaching her may be a bad idea. She's in a very loud environment or a very, very bad environment. Then wait. Or what? Completely move on, because there are women everywhere. Abundant mindset. Now speaking of another reason, speaking of the fourth reason why she would what? Reject you is mostly about her this time. It is you guys don't vibe together, right? Example now is based on the way she dresses, based on the way you dress, you give up a certain kind of energy, right? And she does not just like that energy at all. For example, now is you may be a guy who is very colorful, right? Very fashion driven, right? And that may not be her style. And she's like, yikes. And she walks away. She understands that it happens, right? I have guys whose energy is they wear a lot of rings. They can wear like 3 rings here, 3 rings here. To them, that's their fashion sense, right? But to some women, that could be like, that guy is doing too much. Even though that's his authentic style. So you have to realize that sometimes you guys may not just have a mismatch. This is where, if you know that's the case, if you know that you look good, you delivered your opening very well, you didn't stutter on your words, you gave her eye contact, then trust me, her declining you because of energy mismatch, you will know based on how she gives you nice vibes, but maybe she chooses to not follow up again. Then you know that fine, that could be the reason. And the last reason is a bonus. It could just be her, right? She could be in a bad state. She could have a boyfriend who she genuinely respects. And when she says that, this guy who's approaching me is not better than my boyfriend, so guess what? She's going to reject you. Yes, very frank. Yeah, I know if he looks better, if you were better, she might know. She looks for cues. She judges you by the cover. So she may have a boyfriend that's taken, or she could just be a bitch trying to test you. By the way, if a girl tries to test you with rejection, I'm sorry, walk away. Because like I said, there will be more women for you to approach. Like, there's always like a lot of women everywhere. And guess what? Most women are not actually being approached. So when you realize that, okay, fine, the last 2 points are beyond your control. They are beyond your control because if you try to control the energy you're giving to her, guess what? You'll be less authentic. And that is not where you want to be as a man. So what should you focus on? Focus on your looks. Go to the gym. Focus on your looks. Focus that at least you don't have to look like a model, but you have to look like you respect yourself. You have to look like you take care of yourself. So improve your looks, improve your confidence, right? Get good at something, work hard, be disciplined, right? Have that masculine energy because you cannot fake it, right? Then don't be needy. The last part is improve your social awareness, improve your awareness. What that means is if you are somewhere, try to like be present, look around what's going on. Because even if you approach a woman, right, and you want to have small talks, sometimes something going on around you is a good topic to start from. So be aware of the environment, be aware of what is going on. Like don't be blind to it, right? If you're going to approach a girl at the gym, even though she's wearing headphones, you can approach her while she's resting. Yes, I've approached women wearing headphones. Again, it is the energy you're giving. And the best way for you to build your masculine energy is be ambitious, have goals. Again, because it shows up in your life, it builds your confidence if you are achieving things by a milestone, right? So yes, my name is Tonoroye. If any of the ideas that you heard in today's video, in today's class, right? Gives you that confidence to go and approach women. To first of all improve your life as a man, and then go and approach women. Improve your confidence, then go and approach women. If any of the ideas resonate with you, I'd like you to please share with somebody who you know find it helpful, who you know would help to one, boost the self-esteem and reduce the fear of being rejected. Because guess what? Everybody gets rejected. Please share that video with them. Talk to you soon, and bye for now.